Having valuable content on your website is the best way for you to get more web traffic, which can turn into more leads and can turn into more customers. In fact, stats show that pages that rank #1 on Google have an average of 2,855 words, and 53% of buyers make a decision after reading a blog on a website. So you can see that having content on your website is vital to your business's success. But one of the hardest things to do is to come up with content ideas and find the time to produce that content. So in this video, I want to reveal to you the 6 tips that I use when I'm having a hard time coming up with content that helps me not only come up with content ideas, but also helps me produce that content that can be put on my website and on other channels. And pay attention, because the last tip is the most important, because it's going to be the one that's going to scale your content and take one idea and turn it into multiples. Okay, so the first tip has to do with inspiration and getting inspired. One of the toughest things anybody can do is come up with a content idea, figuring out what to talk about or what to write about on their website or on their social media. It is one of the biggest challenges that we have as business leaders. You know, it's funny because if you go to a networking event or you go to a social event and somebody asks you, hey, what do you do? Or they ask you some advice about a problem that they have with their personal life that maybe you have some expertise in, you probably can answer it pretty quickly, and you can probably rhyme off a good 5 to 10 minutes worth of advice. But when put in a situation where you have to write some content, maybe 500 to 1,000 words about a specific part of your business or a specific problem that a potential customer might be facing, we all get writer's block and we can't seem to do it. So one of the ways that I personally use to help get out of that writer's block is to just talk it out. I talk to my family, I talk to my friends, I'll talk to my employees, and I'll talk to my customers. Having a conversation is a great way to get the ideas flowing. Call a customer up, especially one of your best ones, and just start talking about things. Ask about their challenges. See if there's a problem that shows up that you can then give advice to that customer on how to solve the problem through your business. By doing that, you will be able to come up with some great content for your website. Remember to keep a notepad with you at all times, so that way you can make notes and then you can transfer them to your content later on your website, on your social media. Okay, so that second tip has to do with the first one about getting inspired, and that is to talk to your customers on a regular basis. Talk to your employees on a regular basis. Make sure that you're communicating. A lot of businesses, especially after the COVID pandemic, are still kind of cooped up in their offices, or they're cooped up in their basements or their home offices. And the best way to get ideas flowing is that conversation piece. So get out there. Don't be afraid to call up a customer and say, hey, do you want to go for a coffee and have a discussion about things? It is the best way to get things moving with regards to ideas, with regards to thoughts, and with regards to content for your website. So the third tip is going to be a little bit controversial. So I just want to preface by saying that you can take this any way you want, but you can use AI to generate content ideas. Right now, there's ChatGPT, or if there's any other service that you subscribe to, you could always plug in, I need an idea for content for my website. Can you rhyme off some content ideas? Now, saying that, the one thing that I'm really concerned about with AI lately is a lot of copyright infringement. I'm not sure if you've seen the news recently. We're recording this video in January of 2024. There's been a lot of issues with AI with regards to George Carlin having his voice generated by AI and his estate about OpenAI about that. I'm not sure if you've seen what's been going on with Taylor Swift and AI, but it is not good. But for this specific case, if you are using AI to generate ideas, just feel free to throw it into the chatbot that you're using, see what it spits out, but just remember to cross-check it. Make sure that it's accurate, and make sure that you're not infringing on somebody else's work. AI is a great tool for generating and inspiring ideas for content. It's still, I feel, a little bit volatile when it comes to writing content for SEO. That's something I'm going to get to in another video at another time. But for generating ideas, try AI and see what it brings you. Okay, the fourth tip is right at a grade 4 to 6 level. You know, when we're running a business, we get all, tangled in our own minutia of the business, all the technical aspects, all the little nuances that we have been dealing with, especially if you've been doing something for a long time. And what tends to happen is, as we talk about our business more, we tend to get very complex with what we're talking about. The key when you're writing is to write at a level that is easily understood. So when I was writing copy in the late 90s and early 2000s for direct mail, our goal was always to write at a grade 4 to grade 6 level. And the way we would do that is we would create our copy in a Microsoft Word format, and then we would do the spell check. And at the end of the spell check, you would get what's called the Fleisch-Kincaid score, which would tell you what your readability score and what grade level it was at. So we were always looking for somewhere in between the grade 4 to 6 level. You can do this in Word when you do a spell check. Just make sure in your options that you have the show readability stats clicked. So you go into your options in Word and you make sure that that's clicked. And what happens is, after you do your spell check, you will get a pop-up and it will tell you your Fleisch-Kincaid score and the average grade level. You're looking for grade 4 to 6 if you're writing content for your blog. You want to keep it simple. You want to keep it engaging for your readers, and you want to make sure that it has something else, which is tip number 5. And that's something else that I alluded to is keywords. You want to make sure that you're doing proper keyword research and you are including your keywords in your content. Now, please understand, Google has changed the way they work, their algorithm with their helpful content update. You're no longer writing for the search engines, you're writing for your customers. So even though you want to make sure your keywords are in there, you also want to make sure that they are presented in a readable way that is useful and helpful to your customer. So before writing any content, make sure that you're doing your keyword research on keywords that you think your customers will be looking for. Don't look for keywords that you think you as a business owner think your customers will be looking for, but the actual keywords your customers are looking for. You can do this through various keyword research tools, or you can get an agency to help you out with that. Okay. Before I get to tip number 6, please remember to hit that subscribe button below. We publish videos like this on a regular basis, and we don't want you to miss out on any of the new stuff we publish. So hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell at the bottom. Okay, tip number 6, the most important tip in my opinion, is take the advantage of reusing your content all over the place. And when I say all over the place, I literally mean all over the place. So if you write a blog article, go ahead and take that blog article and reuse it as a YouTube video. You can then take that and reuse it as a podcast. You can then take that article and change it into a listicle. And I've done a video about listicles, and if you want to check it out, you can check out that video about listicles and what they are and how beneficial they are for your website. You can take all of that content and use it on your social media. You can either create some static images or some infographics, or you can take video that you're making on YouTube with the content and splice it up and use it for different parts of your social media. Regardless, one piece of content will go a long way and will help you scale your content strategy, will help you scale your business. Oh, and one last thing before I go. We've written a special report that you can get for free that reveals 6 crucial things that you need to help get your business more customers quickly. It's free. You just click on the link below and you'll be taken to a landing page where you can download this special report for free. It's valuable for anybody running their own business and looking to get more customers fast. Okay, so that's all I have to say about content for right now. Remember to hit that subscribe button below and check out this video for some really valuable digital marketing advice that will help you grow your business.